Good morning, YouTubers, actors, people who would like to be an actor. It is 6:25 a.m. and I am up and at 'em. Have an amazing day of shooting ahead of me. I just learned a few things about the director and the producers. It's pretty cool. There's a connection between this movie and Designated Survivor, which I was on. Turns out one of the executive producers of Designated Survivor is also the writer and director of this movie. So, coincidence? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to go do a little exercise and get ready, and I'll hopefully give you guys an update a little bit later. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, just thought I'd show you. These drivers are amazing. Pretty sure that is my driver down there in a Lincoln Town car, which is nice. And zoom in, as you can see. Well, he had the call sheet in his hand, probably checking his times, but yeah, looks like a Lincoln Town car. Pretty cool. All right, we'll be back soon. Hey everybody, I am now on location. Well, actually I'm on the set, which is at the Mel Film Studios in Montreal, and as you can tell, I have been through hair and makeup. Even my hands were done. Just waiting to see what's next, waiting for them to come and get me so I can see what it is I'll actually be doing. When I got a pickup, as you saw earlier, from a nice Lincoln town wagon. I guess it's a Navigator. Very nice ride, nice driver, Mick, and yeah, it was a pretty uneventful morning. Talked about the Canadien hockey team on the way in, and had to sign a huge contract with about 1,000 different initial places. So far, I don't know who's going to be directing the scene. Apparently the main director is doing something else, and it may be one of the producers who actually directs this scene. So, yeah, basically, this is what I'll be wearing with a tie, and I think I'm in some kind of a news van type of situation. Yeah, beyond that, I really don't know, but I'll let you guys know when I get some time on the set. But for now, I'm just really excited. I've been working on my lines, feeling good. I really like it's 2 scenes now, and they just keep changing it, so whatever, you just got to roll with it, and yeah, we'll get back to you soon. You know, one of the things you can do to help yourself, help the production, and maybe get a little extra screen time is to sort of pre-write and then write additional material for the scene you're in. Meaning, like, can you expand it in your mind? Because if you have some additional lines that you can throw in at the end, not in the middle, but at the end, they may keep them and they may like them. So, for instance, I'm going over this scene and I'm thinking about why I'm saying what I'm saying, and there's some frustration there, and I'm thinking maybe I can personalize that frustration, which will help the scene itself because it'll be more personal about the person I'm talking to, but then it'll add something maybe comedic at the end. And so I'm just trying a few ideas to, you know, give myself some free rein so I'm not just dead at the end. All right, just a little tip, something to try. Hopefully you guys can use it. Well guys, that's a wrap. Very quick shoot, very efficient, and just bang, bang, bang. I think I was on the set by 10 and out by 12:30. Hey guys, it's David. Just thought I would let you know I have wrapped for the day. I'm now in Old Town, Montreal, just at one of the squares. You can see some of the old buildings behind me. But I thought I would give you a little bit of insight into how the day went so far. So as I mentioned, got the pickup early this morning, and I was picked up by a Lincoln Navigator. The guy was over an hour early, and we drove to the studio where I went and got a little breakfast wrap made to order,
eggs, avocado, bacon, and tomato. Delicious. And got to my trailer, which I didn't actually even have a chance to show you guys because things were just so rapid fire today. But I got to my trailer and I actually had a call sheet waiting for me and one of those little miniature sets of sides, which if you've worked on a professional set, you know what they are. But if you haven't worked on a professional set, they give you these miniature sides. They're like it's like a script, but it's this like a quarter page. So I guess, yeah, they print them in quarter pages and they're really hard to see, but it gives you an idea of what they're actually going to shoot for the whole day. And so anyway, they gave me the sides, so I had a quick look at some of the other scenes, so I know some more details about what's going on in this movie, and it's pretty exciting. It's one of those big Marvel franchise movies. And when I got my clothes on, I was taking a hair and makeup. I actually left forgetting my makeup. It's still on my face. So if I look made up and pretty, that's because I haven't taken my makeup off yet. Anyway, got to the set shortly after, met the director, who I read gets paid between $250,000 and $300,000 a week to polish and fix scripts. Not bad work if you can get it. He actually has done so many of these projects. He now lives in Montreal, originally based in, I'm just moving because there's tourists all around me here. It's really touristy. But this guy, he graduated from Columbia Film School. I believe he got a master's there, and super successful guy. And then I met the other guy who was directing the Splinter unit, which is what I was doing. But the head writer and director actually was nice enough to stop by and introduce himself. We discussed the scene. It was funny because I really didn't have it the way they thought of it. The way it was written was not at all the way it played in their minds. But they had the benefit of knowing the other 110 pages of the script, whereas I had only seen one scene, which became two scenes. So anyway, we discussed it. I thought I had it. Then I see my little production van, because I'm playing this news director guy, and it was in a huge, literally 6-story soundstage, just my little production van set in this empty, gigantic room, like the size of 3 football fields. And anyway, they set up, left me alone in my little cast chair, but I wasn't allowed to film or take any pictures inside, complete secrecy. Then we did a few takes, seemed pretty good. We flipped it around a couple more times. You know, there's really not much to say other than, as always, I'm a little bit nervous, wondering if it's going to work and if I'm actually, you know, focused on what I should be focused on, but it seemed to go pretty well. And I think I got there at on the set by probably 9:30 or 10, and I was done by 12:30, back to my trailer. And get this, they came and said, oh hey, do you have your sides and call sheet? They took them back. I've never had that happen. Never had that happen. They took the sides and the call sheet. And I said, what is this? You know, no souvenirs, no nothing? No, unfortunately, no. I think they emailed you a set of they emailed you the call sheet, right? And I said, yeah. So anyway, that was that. It was rather rapid fire. They had to go off to another set that I think took place in Brazil somewhere. So anyway, they drove me back to my hotel, and now I'm going to enjoy. I have basically all of the rest of today and tomorrow morning to enjoy whatever Montreal's got to offer. So I may go to the Olympic Stadium and check that out. And I'm definitely going to be looking for some craft beer because they like their beer here and I like my beer. So anyway, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned something about the process and what it's like and how you really have to be prepared for almost anything. They did let me improvise a little bit. I would do it a couple of times, improvise, and then they would say, okay, you know, drop the improvised line. So yeah, that's pretty much the shoot in a nutshell on a multi-$100-million movie with some of the most famous actors in the world. You will soon see who they are. I'll give you a last look around Old Town Montreal. Maybe I'll give you a few still shots later. into the video so that you can see what it is you're missing here. Okay guys, anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to making more videos for you guys to help you get to the level that you want in your acting careers. We'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, I just thought I would show you a little bit more of Montreal. Right behind me with the people in front, that's Schwartz's famous deli. It's been around since 1929, I think. And anyway, it's a little famous Montreal landmark. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about my day on set. What I found interesting was that the way they shoot it, and this is something you guys will find interesting. So the first time they shoot it, it was over the shoulder, kind of sideways to the camera. So I'm facing this way and it's coming over my shoulder, and I've got a bank of TV monitors because I'm playing a news director, and so I'm playing to that. And you know, that's fine. That's exactly kind of the way it should be. I'm actually dealing with what I'm looking at. And then they shot it again without me in the picture. So basically they shot where I was sitting, sort of my point of view. And then they shot my hands on the keyboard because I'm doing some keyboard stuff. And then we flipped the whole thing around, and it was as though it was the other side of the van, and I'm facing the camera, but now I have nothing to look at except the emptiness of the studio. And they gave me a green piece of tape as the monitor that I'm looking at, but I have like 5 different monitors to look at. I have all kinds of things to look at. And so all of a sudden all your reference points are gone. And I'm looking down here where I normally was for the monitors, and he says, oh no, for the monitors, just look right below the camera. And I'll never figure this out. I'm gonna have to talk to somebody, but the way, when they change camera direction, it completely changes where you think you should be looking. And somehow they make it work on camera, but sometimes it doesn't work that well. But that's the way they do it. You know, all of a sudden you're looking at a little teeny point here, a little teeny point here, and that's a person that was across the room from the other person before. So it's crazy, and it's really hard to deal with. At least it is for me. I'm kind of spastic that way. Hope I'm not covering my microphone here. Try this. So anyway, we shot it me facing, and that was much more difficult, I found. And I was also deciding to improvise more because they didn't have me mic'd anymore, but they were using a boom mic, so I have no idea what sound they were going to use at that point. And I'm trying to get the shadow right. There we go. And so anyway, we shot at all these different angles, and you've just got to deal with the way that they set up the camera, and often it isn't easy, and it can throw you, and it definitely threw me. I felt like I wasn't completely present because you're worried about where to look and all that stuff. It's very challenging. But anyway, I thought I would share that with you guys because it's not something that they have you practice in any acting class that I've been in, and I don't know why they don't, because this is exactly what you're gonna get when you get to the set. So there's a little on-set action from Montreal's Schwartz's Deli. I guess I can't zoom in. I hope this was helpful, and I'll throw a few more still shots at you soon. Hey guys, I thought I would show you what got Montreal its name, and that is Mont Royal. And there it is in the distance. I'll zoom in a little bit for you. As you can see, there's a cross at the top of that hill. That is Mont Royal, which is what gives Montreal its name. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of an architecture lesson to go along with the acting lessons, and that is the walk-up. See, these doors have walk-ups. All these places have walk-ups, staircases leading up to their building. And if you ask somebody, they probably wouldn't be able to tell you why, but I believe it's because they get so much snow in Montreal that if you didn't have a walk-up, your door, like this door, would possibly be completely covered and you wouldn't be able to get out of it. So by having a walk-up, you avoid snow at the front door, and they probably leave doors like this closed during the wintertime when there's tons and tons of snow. So there it is. This is very famous, classic Montreal design.